my channel, Ohana Reads. My name is Anastasia, and let's get right to it. Alrighty, so today I will be doing the Booktube Newbie Tag. This tag is essentially just for you guys to get to know me and kind of like why I'm doing what I'm doing, all sorts of books that I like, all other questions that you guys may have to ask me. It's just kind of like a get to know me, kind of like an intro video for my first video on Booktube. Okay, so for the first question, it is, why did I start this channel? So I kind of started this channel because, like everybody else, I like books. That's kind of like an understatement. I love books. I read a lot of books. I probably don't read as many books as other booktubers do because I try and take my time on books, but I read a lot of books, and I don't, like, not a lot of my family members read books, and I kind of don't have a lot of people to talk about them with, so this is kind of my way of talking to other people about books. And the second question is, what are some fun and unique things you can bring to Booktube? I wouldn't say I can bring certainly anything unique because like in my opinion, everybody's unique in their entirely different way. I would probably say some fun things is that I read a lot of different books. I know a lot of people read like YA fantasy and a lot of fantasy books. I typically don't read a lot of fantasy books. I read like a lot of romance, so I feel like it's different that I'm kind of bringing in like romance and contemporary. I know some people do read contemporary, but like kind of bringing in a different variety of books than most booktubers would. And the third question is, what are you most excited for about this new channel? So I'm kind of really excited to meet new people. Honestly, meet new people. I love meeting new people. I mean, if you meet me in person, I'm kind of shy, but like if I meet new people, it's super exciting. Meeting new people and sharing interests with those new people is super exciting for me. So I'm so excited to meet new people and to read new books. Like this channel, I know it's gonna like make me expand my reading of books. I've already, like, just being on this channel or reading or seeing other people's booktube channels, I've already written down some of their recommendations of books that I want to read that I've never even heard of, like YA fantasies that I've never even heard of, because I've heard a few of them and I've seen a few of them, but I never thought of reading them. And after hearing their reviews, I'm like, I have to read this one. So that's kind of like what I'm really excited about, is meeting new people and expanding my reading. And the fourth question is, why do you love reading? So I feel like almost everybody has the same answer, but I love reading mainly because it takes me to a whole different world. It takes me into somebody else's mindset, like a fiction character, of course, because a lot of the books that I read are kind of fiction. They're not really nonfiction books that I read. But it takes you to a whole nother world, a whole nother fantasy. So it's kind of new. It, like, when I read, I don't know if anybody else has this, but when I read, it's almost like a movie that plays in my head over and over again. And when I keep reading, it's like the movie keeps going. And then once it's ending, it's kind of sad that it's ended. But if it's good ending, it's kind of good. You know, it's just so fun to read, and I love it a lot. The fifth question, what book or series got you into reading? So I would say read a series. I think books that I've probably read didn't go more than like two books, I would want to say, but I do have like a set in like my library of a series of 3 books, a trilogy that I'm going to be reading soon. Number 6, what challenge do you think starting a booktube channel will be the hardest to overcome? I would want to say trying to be different than other booktubers, but that's so hard since like it's such a broad range of what goes on. Trying to do different videos, not trying to, you know, recommend the same books or do reviews for the same books. I know a lot of people want to see different reviews, but you know, sometimes it gets old when you see the same review over and over again and they're saying the same things about it and when you want a different opinion about it. So I kind of feel like a difficulty is trying to be a little bit different than other booktubers. It'll be kind of a challenge, and it'll kind of be something that I kind of have to get used to and try and overcome one way or the other for it. Question number 7. When did you start reading? I kind of feel like I answered that. I didn't get back into seriously reading a lot of books till probably my freshman year in college, when I was like 18 going on 19, because my senior year of high school got really busy, and I didn't have time to just sit around and read books. And when it came to my freshman year of college, I saw that our library had like this cart full of free books, and I went crazy, and I probably bought back home like 10-15 books. And they weren't like huge books, they were like the small romance contemporary ones that were probably like this thick. But I brought home like 10-15 of them. So as a freshman in college, I read so much. My sophomore year, I read so much. And I'm not in college now. In number 9, where do you read? I read everywhere. If I'm traveling, I'll read in the car. If we're gonna be more specific, if I'm at home, I'll read on my bed. I'll read on the floor in my room, right in front of my TV. I'll read in the living room, kind of anywhere that I feel comfortable. And most of the time, it's like in the corner of my bed where I kind of have like a little setup to sit and be comfy, and I kind of read a book. If I'm there for long, I'll read the entire book in one day, which I try not to do. Question 9 is, what kind of books do you like to read? So I actually read a lot of romance, a lot of contemporary. I don't read that much fantasy. If I was going to read fantasy, I'd probably get into like the YA fantasy. A lot of the books that came out like last year, some of the books that came this year. I've heard a lot about like Sorcery and Thorns. I've heard a lot about that one. Question number 10. Do you prefer paperbacks or hardcovers? I love the look of hardcovers. I really do. I love the look of hardcovers. I like how pretty they look, better than like on paperbacks. But I have to say I love paperbacks mainly because there's no restriction with the cover. I don't have to like lay the book completely flat if I'm reading like on a flat surface, or like hold it a certain way. I mean, most people don't like to do that, but like when I'm reading a paperback, if I'm on like a certain page where I can like fold the book or kind of like go like this while I'm reading, I want to be able to kind of like fold the book sometimes when I'm reading, just to make it a little bit easier when I'm reading, because sometimes I get lost and I get sidetracked and I'm on to like the page that I was just reading before instead of the page I should be reading. So I definitely like paperbacks better than hardcovers, although hardcovers have really pretty covers, and some paperbacks have pretty covers. Alrighty, that is the end for my video. Thank you guys for watching. Just so you guys know, I do have a Bookstagram. It's going to be at ohana.reads. It's going to be kind of down here in the description down below. If you guys like this video, please make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe and kind of comment. I do respond back to you guys' comments. Definitely go onto my Bookstagram and kind of interact with me there. You can DM me anything. I do respond back, guys. I do like to be interactive with people, so definitely contact me if you guys want to on Instagram or in the comments. I would definitely be answering back to any questions that you guys have for me. My next video is going to be my TBR for May, so look out for that. That'll be next Friday. And I'll see you guys later. Bye.